Howdy, how y'all doing today? Today is that J Money video. We finna get into it, you know what I mean? Oh, my hat all over. Sorry, I gotta get my action back in. My hat all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. How y'all doing today? Everything good? That's all right. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all, but this is my favorite hat for real. Let me get into it, man. I'm just playing with y'all. Nah, today we finna get into the video. It's gonna be back to square one, man. This is gonna be, we're gonna be talking about basically how my journey from when I started from, because I'm from Chicago. Oh, my bad. Music went all out. But how I'm from Chicago, but you know, the Chicago head's gonna be mad because I'm really not from Chicago, I'm from the suburbs, but I say Chicago because you're not gonna know the town that I'm from really well. I grew up in Bolingbrook, Illinois, moved to Woodridge, and then now I'm all the way over here in Rhode Island, Mass. And now I feel like God's leading me to Texas, and I'm like back to square one of moving again and the whole transition with that. So that's what I'm finna get into today. But right now I am on my way to Dunkin', and I'm gonna get Dunkin' latte. I need my coffee, man. I just feel grown when I get my coffee for real. So that's what we finna do. We on our way to Dunkin', and when I get there, actually forget that I was gonna skip and talking about when I get there, blah blah all that. I'm gonna just tell y'all how my day is this morning. Right now, my morning. So I've been, as far as work, right now I'm not working, but like I'm pursuing my clothing brand. Day trading, got investments, and then I'm trying to build my social media. Oh, my camera all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. Bro, it's bad over here. But building my social media, and so that's what I've been doing right now. I've really been studying and learning and doing all that type of stuff. So I'm actually applying the work. So I'm trying to be consistent and I am going to be consistent in doing that and getting after that. But today, day trading. Today was not a good trading day. Last week was good though. Friday I made $600 in 2 hours, and then today was not that good. Yesterday I was all over the place. That's why I literally today I finished my trading plan, because I was like, yo, I gotta make a trading plan because I got a plan for everything else, and just for trading I don't. I kind of just go with my strategy. But now I'm finna do like $30 to $50 a day and just compound that, because if I compound that and just grow slowly but surely, shoot, them $30, $50 days will turn into $200 days, $200 days turn to $500 days because my margin is bigger. So we finna, man, day trading is fun, low key. It's like, people say it's gambling, but like literally technical analysis, learning that, and then also fundamentals is like all the news and stuff. So if you just learn all that stuff and you just do this, because the Forex market and the trading market is the biggest market in the world, bro. And banks are literally, hedge funds, corporations, if they using our money in these markets, bro. And they really the ones that be moving these markets pretty fast and heavy and all that stuff. And you use the foreign exchange market all the time when you travel. When you go, if you American, you got US dollar, you go to Europe, you got to get the European money. That's foreign exchange right there. I'm just trading in the market. Let's get into the video. So square one, this video really, we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna get to my testimony and then to where I'm at now. So basically I'm from Chicago, and I played a little bit of college football. Well, I played JUCO for like a year and a half. And then at that time I was really at my lowest point in my life. And then I had met a friend on Xbox. His name was Awakening Faith. So like we grew a relationship. This happened during COVID. We grew a relationship and over the Xbox, because his name like opened my eyes to like, you know, like asking him questions about the faith, because I grew up Christian. And then his name, I just wanted to get to know him. And then as we got to getting to know each other, I ended up visiting Rhode Island. After I visited Rhode Island, I was like, yo, I felt like this is where God was leading me. And then I met my wife through him there. Blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, got to the point of moving. And this happened within like a year of me meeting this guy, then going out there. I felt like God was telling me to leave and go out there. I didn't know where I was going to sleep. I didn't know where I was going to live. I didn't know what job I was going to be doing. I just knew God was leading me there. And so I was like, all right, look, I'm going to trust God and just go. Bro, I literally left with $400 to my name. I literally had $400 to my name, bro. And I left, didn't know where I was going to sleep. And I just trusted that God was going to provide and make a way, as he always does. I slept at my buddy's house because he moved out and it was just a vacant apartment for 2 weeks or whatever. So I lived there for about a week, just sleeping on the floor. And then after that, my wife, but my girlfriend at the time, her mom allowed me to sleep at her house. And she said until I get on my feet. And then, so I had a place to stay with her. And then a week and a half later, somebody that my wife knew said they got a job for me. And I was like, cool, bet, got a job. So I got a job lined up with that, started getting some money in, working in, and then literally at the end of the year, this is 2021, at the end of the year, I ended up getting a welding job, which that's the job that I wanted to pursue, leaving from Chicago to Rhode Island. That's the job I wanted to pursue. After that, bro, I got the welding job. I was stoked. I was like, yo, we got the welding job and all like that. And then I wanted to get in the union, which for ironworking. So in 2021, I wanted to get in the union, but they didn't accept me. And then I got into that welding job. And then I applied again the next year to go to Boston and do ironworking there. And then I got in the next year. And God was just making way, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I got here within a year and a half. Like, I got a really good paying job. I'm about to order right now. Can I get a Dunkin' Latte? Can I get a medium? Okay. Can you do less ice and add coffee milk?
You want less ice and add coffee milk?
Yeah.
Okay, do you need anything else?
No, that'd be it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's I don't know. Something about that new Dunkin' Latte is good. And then another thing too in Mass, bro, there's a Dunkin' on every corner, bro. Like, there's like convenience stores. There's more Dunkins than convenience stores out here, bro. It's crazy. If you look on the map of Mass and how many Dunkins there is, Mass has the most Dunkin' in the world, probably. It's crazy, bro. Like, if this Dunkin' ain't good, the next one down the street is good. It's crazy. But basically, God was providing a way with my work at place, stay at place, and stuff like that. And then he made a way for my my marriage too, leading me up to, you know, providing me with the ring, and then providing for the wedding. Dude, it was so crazy. I met my wife within the same year. We got married, we dated, engaged, and married all in the same year. But met her in the end of 2020. We got married 2021, and then in all this, with all the situation with my living situation, job situation, all that was happening. And then 2022, got in the ironworking business. You know, I ended up getting a clothing brand. I wanted to pursue that, do that full time, but I was working, you know, didn't even know the business, stuff like that. But something had shifted right when I had my son. Well, I wanted to always, you know, go full time with my clothing brand. I just, you know, didn't know the time or whatever. But when I had my son, yo, my hat sweated. Please, busting. Hold on, I'm about to grab my Dunkin'.
What's honey?
Thank you. Have a good one. Yo, my wife be getting mad when they call me honey. Yo, I be messing with her too. Sometimes after I leave, I be like, all right, babe. I be playing, bro. I be playing with my life, bro. She still love me though. I love her, and I don't love nobody else the way I love my wife, unless it's. I don't love nobody else like I love my wife, because I love the Lord more than my wife. And, you know, that's the way it is. As crazy as it sounds, that's how it's supposed to be. A Christ-like marriage, you supposed to love she better love the Lord more than me? Shoot. That's what we talking about. But get back into the video real quick. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but please forgive me. Stay with me. Stay stuck together like glue. But peanut jelly is better. But get back into the video. Got married and all that situation. Boom. And then clothing brand. I wanted to do that full time. I just was waiting for that to go, you know. But then something had shifted when I had my son. After I had my son, bro, I was like, yo, I do not want to go back to ironworking. I loved ironworking. I love the people that I met there. You know, they funny people, great people. They, you know, helped me out with my situations, and they were just there, very supportive. So it was hard leaving them. I actually got forced out of it, but after I had my son and stuff like that, I felt like God was telling me like to pursue it full time, like quit the union. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, I don't even have money coming in consistently from my business, and you want me to go full time in this and quit the union? And he was like, you know, God say something and he just let it be. And I'm over here like, yo, ain't no way. So I like postponed it. For ironworking, you get 3 absences as an apprentice. You get 3 absences, and after that, they send you a letter, and you miss one more, you get kicked out. So I, after my son and all this situation, you know, God telling me all that, I ended up missing 3 days of school, but then I made him up. After I made him up, I thought it was Gucci. And then I went to Texas. After that vacation, I had missed school again, and I had booked the appointment, I booked the vacation already. I'm like, I'm not canceling this. I want to go to Texas, and we going as a family like that. Nah, I can't do that. So I was like, you know, I hope they let it slide. And then I came back, and then it was like, yep, I got the boot. And I'm like, when I got the boot, I was like, I was low-key happy, but then I was like dang at the same time, because like, you know, like I didn't want to leave my brothers like that, because I wanted to graduate with them. Whole time, you know, God's telling me to quit, and I'm like, God, let me at least. I was like, God, I'll graduate and then quit, you know, because I wanted to graduate with my brothers and stuff like that. I'm like, I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, because I remember talking to one of my brothers. He was like, yo, just at least finish the union. You know, you've been doing it for 3 years. Because it's a 3-year apprenticeship. And he's like, you doing it for 3 years, bro. You about to finish it out right now. You might as well just finish it. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Because honestly, before he said that, I was going to quit. But then he said that, and I was like, you know what? I told him, I was like, in my head, I'm like, he's right. I got to finish it, doing this for 3 years. So I kind of like I kind of dissed what God was saying and listened to him, which was crazy to think about. But, and then after that situation, then I ended up getting in the boot. And I'm like, yo, God just forced me out of this union, which is crazy. He's like, you take it too long, I'm kicking you out. All right? I'm kicking you out. So he kicked me out. And after he kicked me out, I was like, all right, cool. Now I can really just lock in and focus. So I was literally doing I joined a mentorship program, learned how to study e-com, how to build the e-com store, how to market, branding, and all that. I've been doing a lot of learning and building as far as branding for my social media, my e-com store, and my crypto investment stuff. And I was doing day trading and all that. And now I feel like I'm back at square one again. I got no money coming in. I feel like God's leading me to another state, and also to pursue my aspiring dream as far as work. The last time it was welding for work. Now it's entrepreneurship, and that's where I'm at with my life right now. It's crazy, and it seems like odd, and people's telling me like get a job right now and all this stuff, but I really feel like I do not need to get a job right now, because I got money to the side that we're living off of, and we're doing pretty good. And a lot of people, it doesn't make sense to them, but when I moved from Chicago to here, it didn't make sense to a lot of other people. But I just knew God had a plan for me, and it made sense because of that, because I trusted God with everything. And I know in Hebrews he says, I think it says Jesus is the author of our life. God is the author of our life. And I'm like, if the author of my life is telling me to go somewhere, it's because he, you know, it's already written and he's leading me there, and I know God's going to provide. And the revelation I'm getting is just look back at what he did before. Like the whole Chicago story, me from there, providing for me getting married, providing me getting a job, a better job after a better job after a better job, and just always make it a way when I didn't know it didn't make any sense, and his timing is perfect. So I just know that this is what I got to do. This is what God's calling me to do. And it doesn't make sense to people, but it makes sense to me. It didn't make sense to people when I got married. Marriage is flourishing right now. It didn't make sense to people when I moved. I'm flourishing right now. I got a son, got an apartment, had a good job, but now I'm moving on, you know, because of transition. And it didn't make sense to people. People didn't think I was going to get in a union. Got in the union, and it's just like God's always going to make a way. God is always going to keep showing up. And for me, that's why I'm just going to keep pushing and believing in what God told me. Because a lot of times, a lot of people, they like to put in boom, 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 but God didn't show them this vision. God showed me the vision, showed my family the vision. And I just got to do what God showed me. And that's what it is. What God shows you, do not let nobody else take that from you. But yeah, that's the video for today. Back to square one. This is what we doing. Look, faith strong, never lacking, man. It may look like it doesn't make sense, but it'll make sense in the end. That's what it is. Appreciate y'all for watching. Now y'all go ahead and have a good day.